The birth of the Kauravas and the Pandavas. King Pandu wished to set out to conquer new territories for the Kuru Empire. He expressed his desire to his uncle Bhishma, who readily agreed. Pandu then set out with Hastinapur's vast army. In the course of his victorious campaigns, Pandu defeated many kings and conquered them. He brought unprecedented wealth to Hastinapur. After returning to his capital, he performed a grand Ashwamedha Yajna. A few years passed after the completion of Pandu's Yajna. He grew bored of his daily administration and routine and decided to escape to the forests along with his two queens and indulge in his favorite pastime of hunting. One day, having ventured deep into the forest, Pandu spotted a pair of deer indulged in love-making. Without a second thought, Pandu dispatched from his bow 2 arrows that hit both the deer simultaneously. Alas, they turned out to be rishis, both husband and wife, who had assumed the form of deer for gratifying their desire. When the female succumbed instantly, the dying rishi cursed Pandu in a human voice. "I am Rishi Kindam. You have killed my consort and me while we were enjoying privacy. You shall suffer for this act of yours. You shall die the moment you touch your wife." Cursing Pandu thus, the rishi expired. The powerful Kindam rishi's curse was bound to take effect. Pandu lost his desire to go back to Hastinapur. He decided to do penance in the forest. Kunti and Madri too were firm in their resolve to stay with their husband. Bhishma was thus forced to put Dhritarashtra on the throne. Vidur was made his minister to assist him. In the forest, Pandu, Kunti and Madri started living a life of penance. One day, when Pandu and Kunti were alone, Kunti revealed to her husband about Rishi Durvasa's blessing and the secret mantras for progeny. Pandu was overjoyed when he heard this. He commanded Kunti to ascertain the auspicious dates and time to appease the Devas for obtaining progeny. Kunti then worshipped God Yama, God Vayu and God Indra with the Abhisar mantra, and she was blessed with Yudhishthir, Bhima and Arjuna respectively. All the three babies were handsome, healthy and endowed with signs of greatness. Good omens and heavenly voices of blessings manifested themselves on their birth. Upon seeing Kunti's good fortune, Madri too wished to be a mother. She asked Pandu to convince Kunti to give her also the secret mantra to fulfill her desire for children. Kunti agreed on the condition that Madri should use the mantra only once. Madri worshipped the Ashwini Kumars, and thus two very handsome children, Nakul and Sahadev, were born to her. Meanwhile, Gandhari was childless. News then reached Hastinapur that Kunti had given birth to children. Gandhari burned with jealousy. During this time, Maharshi Vyas happened to visit Hastinapur. Gandhari vented her grief to the sage, who said that she would beget 100 sons. Gandhari was pregnant afterwards, but even after 9 months had passed, she did not deliver. She started experiencing severe pains. A condition worsened, causing great tension to the royal family. Luckily, Bhagwan Ved Vyas arrived at Hastinapur in the nick of time. With his mantras and Ayurvedic knowledge and assistance, Gandhari gave birth to 100 sons, one after another. The eldest was Duryodhan, followed by Dushasan, Dusaha, Vikram and others. A daughter called Dushala was also born. Upon Duryodhan's birth, meteors burned and fell from the skies, and many bad omens presented themselves. The worried Dhritarashtra consulted astrologers who, after studying the time of Duryodhan's birth, told the king, "Maharaj, these are evil signs. This boy will one day bring about the destruction of the Kuru dynasty. You must forsake him at once. After all, you still have another 99 sons left. But Dhritarashtra was blind not only in sight, but also in his attachment to his first born child. He refused to heed to their sound advice. On the contrary, he began to dote on his first son. These were but the earliest signs of events to follow. Dhritarashtra had another son from one of his other wives. This boy was named Yuyutsu. Thus the Kuru dynasty had grown. Dhritarashtra's sons came to be called the Kauravas, while Pandu's sons the Pandavas.